You got 5 minutes to do it here in the last session, a 5-minute session. The clock already running. Trucks heading down to the end of pit lane. And it's interesting, you look through, most of the trucks had about 3 laps on their tires. I did see 2. Spencer Gallagher had 5, and I think John West Hanley had 7 laps on his.
Saying now we can't stop. They're saying we have to go. Wait a minute before you go.
Which is not true. Which is not true.
They can stop behind us. They can't make their mind up.
They can line up with their left sides against the pit box line. They can do that.
Which is what they're doing.
Once you back out of your pit stall, you have to roll down here to this staging area, and you can stop right there. That is true. You have to stay against this line right there.
But once you pull out of this line, you have to go. There's no not going.
So right now, drivers, we talked about this in the last session, nobody wants to be the first truck
Wait
out.
them out here. 4 minutes, 4.
You hear Jimmy Kitchens, Ben Kennedy spotter, and Ben's the first one in line. They want to wait it out. They don't want to be that first truck.
We have some of the best spotters in the business up on the roof. We have some of the best crew chiefs down there on pit road, and we screw this thing up more times than not. So, I mean, right now, if I'm Eric Jones, hey, let's all stay on pit road here. I'll just stand on my time from the previous session.
We have to roll now, Doug.
Well,
that's not true.
My question is, if you're Ben Kennedy, with everybody sitting down on pit road, could you not get out and around and pick up the draft from the trucks that are beginning to come back out?
But the problem is, when he rolls, most of those guys are going to roll with him.
And there he goes.
Tyler Reddick decided to not roll
Tyler
with him.
does it, yeah. Now he goes. They're trying to space it, I guess, just right, but that seems like a lot of distance. Tyler Reddick allowed Ben Kennedy to have. Daniel Suarez pulls out of line and begins to move forward.
He can't stop there.
He can't stop. He's got to keep rolling.
He's got to keep rolling. Now, what he's doing right now is wrong. I think he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble.
Yep.
You see the official waving him to go.
And meanwhile, Ben Kennedy is coming around onto the front, and Suarez.
He's really making it worse now. I would not be surprised to see NASCAR say, okay, you're done in this session.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kennedy beginning now on his first flying lap, and no one else has moved from pit lane. You see the 19, Tyler Reddick, went out and came back immediately in.
And that's perfectly legal to do that. He can go back up and line up with his left sides against the white line, or as close as you can get to it. He may not have enough room to get to it.
Only 4 of the top 12 have scored a series pole, so there's a good chance that we could have a brand new pole sitter, but you got to get out on the racetrack to do it. And that's exactly what Ben Kennedy is doing.
2 minutes left in this session. Ben Kennedy said, I'm going to put me a lap in it. We saw Ryan Blaney, I believe it was Michigan last year. He was the only truck in this last round to even get a timed lap, and he got the pole.
So Kennedy, only one out there turning laps, and the clock is at 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in this session.
I would guess what do you think, Todd? With probably about 50 seconds to go, they could leave pit road and get back around to take the green before the red comes out?
Yeah, maybe a little less than that, maybe 45, 47, which are right in that area, Phil. And looking at Ben Kennedy's time, for running out there by himself, that's not that bad of a time.
Not a bad time, and if nobody goes, that's going to be the pole.
Yeah.
But I believe people will go here, but I'm not sure how long they're going to wait.
1:10 to go in the session, so closing down on that magic number of 50 seconds that you guys were talking about. 65 seconds. Now closing in on a minute.
This is not our intent. This is not NASCAR's intent on how this to go.
1 minute.
55 seconds.
Yeah. See, James Boucher, theoretically he's the head of the line right now, because
there's Tyler Reddick. He switches on. He's going to crank that truck, puts it up in gear. He's going to pull out of line. He's at the very back of the line right now.
And everybody now decides to go.
All right, go hard. Come on, follow him. Keep checking up. Go around him if you can. Go.
A lot of these trucks will not make it back around. I don't know how many of them.
These drivers need to stay below the yellow line and then merge onto the back straightaway.
Brad Keselowski leading this pack. He did not want to do that, but they all stopped.
I'm not sure these back trucks will make it back around. We're only 16 seconds from the end, and they're not halfway around the racetrack, and it takes 31 seconds to get around here.
Well, it looked like Spencer Gallagher up and over the double yellow line before the blend line onto the back straightaway, so it'll be interesting to see what officials say about that. 1 second, and the flag is out. Keselowski was past the line.
I'd say Brad Keselowski is good, and the rest of them did not get a not going to get a time lapse.
Unbelievable.
Again, we've got some of the best people in the world trying to figure this out, and then we screw it up every week.
Ben Kennedy on pole right now, the only driver to have a time in, and now Keselowski's going to see what he can do.
Well,
Ben Kennedy's assured a front row.
Yeah, he's going to start on the front row.
You see the time, the clock there. He's going to do it. He does it.
He does.
Barely.
Brad Keselowski takes the pole, Ford up front, and absolutely stunning. You outsmart yourself here in qualifying.
It doesn't surprise me anymore. It doesn't surprise me anymore. Ben Kennedy said, I did what I had to do. I went out there and got a time lap in, and then Brad Keselowski just got to the line in time.
And I mean just got to the line. It couldn't have been a second or two.
Yeah, it was a little bit too close to call.
Yep.
We had to wait for confirmation from NASCAR.
Obviously, Phil, these crew chiefs didn't take the time in practice yesterday to figure out exactly how long.
They're so concerned with not being the lead truck offline. They want someone else to do it.
Tyler Reddick pulls in. You think he might be